So it's been a week since I've been using the Nike Plus sports watch, and this is the version that has the GPS. And what I want to do is go over the functions of the watch and how to use this adapter that allows it to track your footsteps. So let's go ahead and look at how you insert this into a gym shoe and how it works with the actual Nike Plus sensor. This sensor is used to track your runs, especially when you're in an area that you cannot use a GPS signal. In other words, you're not outside. So if you're running on the treadmill, running inside a indoor track where you don't have clear visibility to the sky, then this is the thing to use. Now, the version that I am reviewing came with this Nike Plus sensor. Some versions don't include it. So if you're interested in having something like this, make sure you purchase the version that has it. It's I think around $169 versus $149 without the sensor. Now the next thing that you need, because you can't run with this on your person like in your pocket, you need a shoe. Now these are my Nike Frees. They're a little weathered from running, but what you need to make sure is that the shoe has this symbol. So this is for the Nike sensor. So notice how it has the Nike Plus sensor in there. And what this means is that this shoe, underneath the actual cover here, has that place where you can actually put your sensor. So this sensor goes into the shoe like this. And let's do that again because it kind of slid out. I'll go ahead and place that in there like that. So it's in there. And now what I would do is I would just put this back, and that's all you would do to prepare your shoe for running with the sensor. Now let's talk about the actual watch and how you connect it to the actual sensor. So the watch is pretty straightforward. Again, I've been using this for a week. One of the things I have to say is that I run 2 or 3 times a week, if not more, if possible. And I can say that the battery life on the watch itself is excellent. I've been on 1 charge so far for the week, and I've done a couple runs, and it's been great. And the runs are around half an hour, 20 minutes because of the weather, but still it worked fine. Now you have 2 buttons here. This is to move up and down in your menu, and this is kind of to select the action. Now the other thing that you have is when you connect this to your computer, you do have this area right here, which is your USB connector. This is used not only to transfer data to the Nike Plus website, but it's also used to charge your watch. But again, I've been using this for a week as a wristwatch and working out with it. And when I haven't been running, I've been using it as a stopwatch from when I'm working in the gym and doing reps. So it's gotten its fair amount of use in multiple ways. So let's look at some of the functions that we have on the watch. Okay, so if I press the down arrow, you'll notice I have the clock function, and if I press enter, I'm just going to go into being able to modify, set the time, set the date, or set alarms. When you connect this watch to your computer, the time and date get automatically set based on your computer, so you don't really have to worry about that. You can go into your run, you can go into history to look at history. Look at any records, so it keeps track of your progress and determines how well you're doing. And then you have your stopwatch. I use the stopwatch function even when I'm not running for reps, cardio, and things of that nature. So if you're going to start a run, the first thing you do is go to run, you press enter. And once you press enter, you notice here you have a couple options, GPS on, or you have the shoe pod. And that's what we just inserted into the shoe. What I'll do here is, let's say that I'm going to be running on a treadmill. What I would do is I press enter, and I would change it. Notice how it changed from on now to off. We'll focus that for you. And then I'm going to change my shoe pod to on. It's right now, well, it was already set to on. There's some options here that you can go into, and this is really looking at your intervals, if you want to have that on, if you're going to be using a new sensor. I already paired this sensor with this watch, so it's not a new sensor. And what I'll do is I'll hit continue. Again, running inside, using the shoe pod for accuracy, and I'm going to hit continue. So what you'll now see is they'll start linking to the sensor, and you notice that it's already it's going to go ahead and connect with the actual gym shoe, and now it's ready. So I just tapped it a little bit just to make sure that it would recognize it. You really don't have to do that. I just wanted to speed it up. But now all you do is you hit start, and as you start running, it will basically track your distance. I will say that in my experience, I've ran on a treadmill and I've measured my distance on the treadmill, it tracking me, and then also used the watch to track me, and they're pretty much 100% spot on. So this was in sync with the treadmill, which is great. And again, this is what you would do if you are going to run with the watch indoor without a GPS signal. Now, if it was with a GPS signal, all you would do is choose GPS, select it. You could leave the shoe pod on if you were going to have one. What I'll do is I'll just turn it off, and then I'll hit continue. The difference here is that it's not linking to the sensor, but it's actually going to be looking for a satellite. Since I'm indoors, this is not going to work, so I'm just going to hit cancel. Now, while it says TomTom right here, one of the things that could be confusing or misleading to some is you may think that that I'm going to see a map on the watch, that it's like TomTom Navigator that's going to tell you turn left, turn right, or it's going to tell you the names of the streets you're on. It really doesn't do that at all. What it's referring to with TomTom is that the GPS chip and the technology behind the accuracy of the GPS is coming from TomTom, not so much that you're going to have turn-by-turn running or that you're going to see a map on the screen. Pretty much, you'll just see as you run intervals. You'll see the time, you'll see your pace, and if you set your intervals to every mile, it will beep and show you that. So I hope this helps you determine if this is a watch for you, a sports watch. I'm actually enjoying the watch quite a bit. It's very accurate with the Nike sensor. If you don't have a Nike sensor compatible gym shoe, you can always get it. It doesn't really cost that much more from a normal gym shoe, but it's definitely something that if you are an avid runner, you'll enjoy.